Hey guys, we're just here again for another review. Today I'm with my friend Nick again, and today we saw Total Recall, the remake of the 1990 Arnold film. And this one stars Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, Jessica Biel, Bryan Cranston, and it's kind of going to be battling with The Dark Knight Rises this summer to see if it can break the #1 spot.
It won't.
It won't. This one follows a lot of the same from the original, even though I haven't seen it, but I know the basic plot of the original. In this one, Colin Farrell, he plays like a guy that works at some, I guess, factory type of job, and he thinks his life is boring. He's married to Kate Beckinsale.
But your life would not be boring.
Yeah, if you were married to Kate Beckinsale, your life would be freaking awesome. But anyway, he goes to this place, Recall, that's like an Asian kind of porno massage parlor, which is kind of what the vibe I got from it. And you
Especially the guy that works there.
Yeah, with the, Madonna haircut. He goes, and it's this place where you tell him your fantasy, if you want to be a football star, or Chelsea lately, or whatever you want to be.
Everyone wants to be her.
Yeah, you can basically put this memory into you, and you'll think you're this movie star, and they do this by putting you through this machine. But once he puts Colin Farrell through the machine, something goes awry, police start coming, and he has all these special secret agent abilities that he doesn't know he has, and he kind of goes on the run to find out who he really is.
By the way, through all of this, he's lost. He does, like, when he starts the action sequences, he kind of doesn't know what he's doing and how he can do it.
So, what'd you think?
It was disappointing. It was disappointing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have, like, super high hopes going into it. I just thought it looked kind of, okay from the trailers. So going in, I thought, okay, hopefully it'll be kind of surprising. But it was even a little bit more lame than I thought the trailers actually made it look. Problems that I think is that Colin Farrell, he's just not interesting.
No, he's not.
Like,
I don't think he fit the role well enough. They could have gotten some...
I don't know if it was him or just, like, the way it was written, but he just seemed, like, really bland. I mean, like, he was believable, like, in the action stuff, but, like, when he wasn't doing stuff, he just seemed, like, kind of boring.
The action sequences is something that I wanted to talk about, because I thought they were really good. The action sequences and special effects.
Yeah,
I thought the director, which was...
Kate Beckinsale's
husband. Lucky bastard.
Len Wiseman.
Len Wiseman.
And I don't really like him. He's directed Die Hard 4, which is my
Sucked.
least favorite Die Hard, and he's directed all the Underworld movies, which I haven't seen.
I saw Awakening. It was good.
Yeah, with Kate Beckinsale. I've never seen any of them, but I'm not a big fan of the guy. But the action scenes in this are actually pretty well directed, although I think there was too much of them, but I'll get to that later. But the world did look cool, and it looked very... most of the time it looked very believable, and the special effects were great.
All the crafts, yeah, with all the backgrounds and all the
crafts and the craft services. Jessica Biel is in this movie. She plays kind of Colin Farrell's semi-love interest / other secret agent kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you think of her?
She was okay.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, she was okay.
She didn't really have enough to do, because I guess Kate Beckinsale, you find out that she's not really Colin Farrell's wife. She's kind of trying to kill him, which is not a spoiler. That's in the trailer. But she just seemed really boring. Like, also like her and Colin Farrell, when they were on at the same time, it was like Edward and Bella.
Exactly.
It was really they had not a lot of chemistry.
Yeah, I just compared it to Twilight.
Yeah, and she was fine in the action sequences, but she had nothing on Kate Beckinsale, who's the best part of this movie.
I was just gonna say that. She is the best part of this. She stole the show, right?
Yeah.
She did. She stole the show.
And
acting was I don't want to say at the top of her game, because it's not, I mean, whatever. But she beat everyone else, and
even Bryan Cranston she beat.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I guess, not really his fault. But Kate Beckinsale, she's the guy that's she's the girl that's going after Colin Farrell, and she's a secret agent, and she's really good. She's awesome in the action sequences. She's hot as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And her fight with Jessica Biel is pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
That was one of the best fights.
I thought all the fight sequences when they were like hand to hand were actually the best parts. Bryan Cranston, I thought the thing with this movie is even if it has good actors, I thought the script was really bad. Like they would either
Writing was not good.
Yeah, it would either
Dialogue.
convoluted. Oh, the dialogue was
Oh,
pretty terrible.
geez.
Like whenever they would try to tell a joke, it was pretty painful. Like that
No,
guy that
yeah.
like he was saying like, "Oh, this is my property. I know my rights" or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy when Kate Beckinsale punched him in the
throat.
That was so cool. Dialogue and even like near the end, like the story, it just doesn't know where it wants to go. And I think I actually thought Len Wiseman would be like the bad part of this movie, but it was really whoever wrote the script was just kind of lame.
Yeah, not good.
And speaking of which, Bryan Cranston's in this movie. I know he's in everything nowadays. He's like a kind of slimy guy, and he's got like this really bad blonde haircut, wig, and he has nothing to do. And he's Bryan Cranston, and he's not even cool. He's forgettable,
Yeah.
and he has the script. He has nothing to do. He's only in the movie for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 5-10 minutes.
And he's literally, he plays a big part of the movie, but he's really just lame and unneeded, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was not needed. His character really had no involvement, and it wasn't very important.
Had no arc.
Or crucial to have in the film.
Yeah.
At all.
In the long run, he was really unnecessary. If you don't really mind, like, characters that you don't really care about, because I didn't really care about anyone, I actually want Kate Beckinsale the one to live, because she was the only kind of cool character, even though she was a bad person. But, like, the thing was, the longer the movie went on, the less I cared.
The less I gave a shit.
I thought it was interesting in the beginning, and then, like, by 30 minutes, I was like, okay, it's not interesting, but I'm entertained.
It started getting lamer and
convoluted, and by 45 minutes to an hour, I was just like, okay, I don't even, really care where you go,
I started
do
going
something.
like this, and I'd never do that in a movie at all. So.
My dad fell asleep. So if you don't mind bland characters and a convoluted story and you just want to see some mindless action, rent it. Or if you really like action like Transformers or stuff and you just want to see this stuff on a big screen, I would say maybe check it out. But for me, I don't think it's worth it. Unless your friends are watching it on TV, it might be fun to watch. But for me, it really wasn't anything here. I'm giving it 2 out of 5.
I don't know what to give it. I'd either give it 2.5 because I really like the effects. I like all the sequencing and all the surroundings, and action was surprisingly good. I didn't realize it was gonna be at that rating, but I have to give it 2.5.
This summer, man, disappointing. The only good things that have come out of this summer are Ted, which you didn't even really like that much. Dark Knight.
It was funny and stupid.
And
forget about that.
And there's something. Oh, and I like Savages, and Spider-Man was pretty good too. But like those 4 things, and none of them I really loved. This summer, man, fall and winter better be good this year. Otherwise, 2012 sucked.
Fucking movie companies need to up their game.
Mayans were right, people. So that's our review of Total Recall. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked this review, please subscribe for more. Unfortunately, he will not be here because he's going back to Texas tomorrow. But you'll be seeing more of me, and that's what really counts. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later, and next time I'll be back for either a Blu-ray update or my review of the campaign.
And I'll see you in 8 months.